Oh boy, I have been waiting to crack into these. These are the Masters of the Universe Origins action figure line. This is the first wave from way back in 2020. This is like the re-release they're doing of the original Mattel action figures from the 80s. Well, sort of, but we'll get into that once I open these up and take a look at them. And I've really been wanting to look at these for a long time now. And the reason why I'm doing this is because over on the main channel, I should have just put out my review of She-Ra, Princess of Power, the old Filmation cartoon. So be sure to go check that out once you're done with this video. There'll be a link up in the corner there. There'll be a link in the description. There'll be a thing at the end of the video. There's many ways you can go check that out, but go check that out once you're done with this, because I really, really want to open these up. So we have the first wave, which consisted of Heman, Skeletor, got Teela back there, Man-at-Arms, Evil-Lyn, and Beast-Man. Beast-Man, there it is. Okay. These are very reminiscent of the original action figure packaging with all the explosions in the background, that recognizable logo. And, well, as you can see, this one is kind of bent, which is why I chose it to be opened up. And you got really cool artwork on there, and it shows all the other figures you can get. I believe this was like the first figures that were released, so I can't really I can't really say that for sure. It probably was, because these are like the main characters, the ones you always see. But yeah, they look really cool. They've been releasing them a lot. Hopefully you've been able to find them. I do see a lot of He-Man and Skeletor still hanging around the shelves, so maybe you can at least get those. I mean, that's a good thing. You at least have the two main characters in the line. Anyway, we do have quite a few of these to look through, so I think what I'm going to do is maybe split this up into two videos. We'll do like the Heroic Warriors now, and then I'll put out another video where I open up the Evil Warriors. I think that'll be good for both of us, because something like this is kind of exhausting for me. So, Skeletor, Beastman, Evil-Lyn, go take a knee over off to the side. We'll look at you guys later. So there's Man-at-Arms and there's Teela, but we're going to look at He-Man first. All right, so there's He-Man right there. We're going to open this up, and you might notice that my fingernails have gotten kind of long. I've been meaning to trim them. But here's the thing about my fingernails. They're very thin. I don't know if you can see that on camera. And when they get long, they're kind of like razor blades. I'm not kidding. They're very lethal. I have inadvertently cut other people and myself by accident on these fingernails. And I think they're perfect to get into these blister packs. So let's go ahead and open them up. Ah, yes. Okay, so in every package you get a mini comic, just like in the original toy line. I don't know if this does not look like the original artwork. No, it does not. That is Prince Adam. Prince Adam was not part of the original premise of the toy line. So I guess this is new-ish? I don't know. The mini comics are great though, because they introduce a lot of lore, and they talk about stuff that, you know, people who watch the Filmation cartoon or any of the cartoons probably would have missed. It just so happens I actually have one of the original ones right here. Eye of the Storm. I believe this is the one that comes with Snout Spout. Or at least this is the one I got when I purchased a Snout Spout action figure fairly recently. But yeah, as you can see, the artwork is very different compared to this. I'm assuming these are new. I don't know for sure, but I'll probably look that up on my own time. But yeah, here's the original mini comic. There's Snout Spout right there. There he is, Elephant Dude and Skeletor with whatever the hell that is. I never realized how many of the mini comics there were. Like, I have a collection of them in a book, and it's no joke. It's like this thick. It's like the Bible, except probably more interesting and fun. But yeah, the mini comics are very extensive, and I didn't realize how many there were until I saw the collection of them. I think it also includes like She-Ra's stuff and probably some other things as well, but it's a lot. I would love to read it one day, but I don't know if I have the time left in my lifetime to get through it. I might as well read Moby Dick and Stephen King's It and all of the Lord of the Rings books. Anyway, all right, He-Man, you're stuck in there. Is he tied in? Is he tied in? Ah, his legs are tied in. Look at that. Okay, well let's get the weapons out first. Come on, He-Man. Okay. Where's this attached to? Oh, it's attached to the arms. Okay. Let's just get this out. Come on. And freed. Yes, there he is. There's He-Man. So, one thing about these figures that a lot of people have noticed is they are very more articulate. And this, seriously? Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I got that nasty rubber band out. So, as I was saying, one of the things that is very different about these figures is how articulate they are. You got wrist joints, you got elbow joints, you got a little bit of a pivot in the shoulders, you got a ball-jointed head, you got swiveling waist, you got all kinds of movement in the legs and feet. Yep, you got some really good posability for these figures. I've actually seen people do like stop-motion animations using these very same figures, which I think is really cool. Give them a little bit of utility, which is really nice. And here are the weapons. Yeah, I'm very glad I decided to split these up into 2 videos. It's gonna take forever. All right, you know what? Where's the scissors? Scissors. Let's cut these open. There we go. Okay, and I already see the sword is one half of another sword, and they actually use different things. Okay, why am I just friggin' tape? Yeah. Okay, as I was saying, they have the weapons. You got the axe, which was He-Man's original weapon before the Sword of Power, which really had very little significance to He-Man in particular in the original toy line. And you got the shield there, which I assume goes on like that. Yep. And where's the sword? There's the sword. And you got the sword, which is actually more silver than the weapons, which I think is pretty cool. And he's got a place to hold it in his back. There we go. That's perfect. Yes, He-Man. Most powerful man in the universe who can't stand up properly because imbalances. There we go. Okay, so here's original He-Man. My original He-Man from ages and ages ago. Many differences, as you can see. The new one's a little bit taller, or I guess maybe he's standing upright. The hair is very, very bright, and you know, I don't know if it's age or whatever, but original He-Man kind of is a little darker. I know they the thing about the original Masters of the Universe figures is that they don't age very well, which is why a lot of re-releases like this are important. And we shall see more of that as we move along here. But I think it is really cool seeing parallel universe He-Man meet his new counterpart. Here's the original sword. The swords do combine, and this one has this little thing here that goes into the other sword. This one, I guess they wanted a little bit more of a little more secure thing going on with it, so that's cool. We'll look at that when we eventually open up Skeletor. But yeah, this is cool. I wish I had the original shield, but I don't. I thought I did, but I didn't. The axe is actually less detailed than the original one, which is kind of an interesting thing. Can He-Man's harness come off? Probably. Yeah, it looks like it could, but I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, anyway, that's He-Man. Looking pretty good. Very nice figure. I like it. I'm glad I finally got around to opening this. All right, let's do a little cleanup here, and then we'll open up the next one. All right, next up, let's say we look at Teela, who is the heroic warrior goddess, which is what I think it originally said on the original toy package. And there's the artwork on the back. This is clearly new artwork because this looks very clean. Unless this is original artwork and they like clean it up a bit. But anyway, let's get up in there. Yes, tear. All right, hopefully Teela is a little easier to take out than... Oh. Oh, wow. Is this the same? That's the same comic. Huh. I didn't know that they all came with one. Oh, yeah, and I'm looking at all the other ones, and yeah, there's the same comic in there. Wow. Wow. So you don't get a different comic per figure. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, well, less for us to look at for now. And there is Teela. Let's remove the weapon. Actually, let's just do this. There we go. Make it easy. Weapons. Weapon. Remove weapons. Okay. And where's the... Is there any other things holding her down? Nope. There we go. Teela's out. Cool. All right. So there's Teela. If you're wondering why Teela is wearing this snake armor, it's because... God. So, in the original, like, way back, like, in the beginning of the Masters of the Universe line, there was this character called the Goddess, and she was the one who originally gave He-Man his gear and weapons and stuff, because He-Man was just like a savage. He was like a barbarian living in the woods or whatever, and she gave him the harness, which gave him his power, and the axe and the shield and all that. Over time, the character kind of diverged into various other things. So there was a character called Teela in the original mini comics, and she had like ties to the Goddess, and then like eventually, like when the Filmation cartoon came around, they split Teela or the Goddess into like the Sorceress and some of Teela. It's a whole thing. The point is, that's not really a thing anymore. Well, it kind of is, but it is. You know what? Never mind. Let's just look at the figure. So yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. You can just pop that right off. It's nice soft rubber. There's Teela right there, looking very, very similar to the Filmation cartoon, which is very good. So that's cool. I like that. You can very easily take this on and off. Again, a lot of the same articulation, knee joints, ankle joints, wrist swivel, and all that good stuff. Good for posability. So let's put Teela right there. And let's open up the weapon pack. Yes. Oh, I like that. Comes off nice and... Well, no. Now it comes off nice and easy. Haha! I got in. Can't keep me out. Okay, so here's the snake staff that the Goddess originally had. So we'll put that in her hand. There we go. And here is the shields, which has got a lot of nice detail on it. I like that. I wish they could put more detail into... Jeez, I can't get... Alright, I'm having trouble getting this into her hand. Come on, there we go. Oh, nope. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ooh, okay. I've forgotten what it's like to play with new action figures. There she is with her tiny shield and her staff for snakes and whatnot. And here is original Teela, who is also not in the best of shape. Unfortunately, I do not have her original weapons or her original armor and everything, but we can do some comparison. So yeah, the new one definitely takes a little bit from like the Filmation design, and the original one is a bit generic, to be honest. She has this hand, which I never fully understood. Why does she have this hand? She's saying hi or something. She's calling a bus. Yeah. I wish I can get a hold of a lot more of the vintage parts and stuff, but they're very expensive on eBay, and I really don't have the funds to put into that right now. Also, I really got to clean up this figure. She's not really standing up very well, unless maybe she's a little bit more balanced than somebody. Oh yeah, there we go. She still stands. That's good. Going back to the whole thing with the parts, I've actually seen people online say you can 3D print a lot of like the weapons and stuff for Masters of the Universe as replacements, but I really prefer to get the original stuff. But anyway, there is Teela / the Goddess and original Teela from the multiverse, which is apparently a thing now. I mean, there's a lot of Masters of the Universe. So naturally, they're going to create their own multiverse. But anyway, there we go. Let's clean up and move on to the next one. This video is giving me a lot of trouble, so let's just keep going. Man-at-Arms, heroic master of weapons. There he is. There's good old Duncan with his arm laser and his mace that he never used in the cartoon. So let's open him up. This is Teela's father, because if you know from the Filmation cartoon, here's the same comic again. That is kind of disappointing, you know, from the Filmation cartoon, or I think it was in the comics as well. But he is the father, the adopted father of Teela, because Teela is the daughter of the sorceress, who is one day supposed to take over as the new guardian of Grayskull. But I think maybe it was different in the original continuity. Admittedly, my knowledge of the early years of He-Man is not as good as it should be, but I do know enough. So there's the weapons and the rest of his armor. Let's get him out. Tear your way through. There we go. Come on, you're from Eternia. You have freakish strength. Okay, let's get these rubber bands off. Man, they don't want you getting into these action figures. Come on, seriously? Yeah, I had the same problem with He-Man. Okay, there we go. There he is. There's Man-at-Arms. Nice head swivel there. Let's make sure we're in focus. Good head swivel. I like that. And, of course, the same articulation as He-Man did. Got some hip movement there. Very flexible for an old man. It's good. He should be. Again, he's from Eternia. He's got freakish strength like everybody else. I mean, look at those muscles. Does that look like the muscles of an old man from Earth? I think not. All right, let's take out his weapons, and I believe his gauntlets and leg protectors and other stuff in there. We'll assemble him, and then we shall look at original Man-at-Arms. All right, so here we go. We got the mace that he usually wears, or usually holds, rather. You don't wear a mace. There we go. And let's see here. We have, guessing this goes over the arm, like that, over the bicep. He has one side of his body with armor on, which I always found kind of weird until I found out, you know, like that. I guess that's like in terms of just actual combat. Like he wields a weapon in his right hand, and then I guess, you know, he armors up his left hand to block and parry and stuff, I guess. Is this correct? This looks correct. Okay. Let me get this on real quick. And there we go. He's all armored up. So this one right here is a little bit loose, but that's fine. So there he is right there. Here's original Man-at-Arms. And as you can see, he does not have a mustache, because originally he did not have a mustache in like the original artwork and in like the comics and stuff. I don't think he got the mustache until the Filmation cartoon, but I'm not sure. Maybe it happened later in the comics. I don't really know. Because there was no articulation in the original toys, the arm armor is just one big piece. There's the leg armor. It looks pretty much exactly the same, which is cool. The mace looks the same, just made of different material. Now, here's the thing about the Masters of the Universe line, the original toys. As I said, they don't age very well. And Man-at-Arms here has what I like to refer to as the stanky leg. So, if you can take a look in there, the legs are held together with a piece of rubber that runs through the pelvis and connects each leg together, so they're kind of jiggly. The problem with that is that rubber does not age very well. It degrades very quickly, and as you can see, it's very stretchy, and it's not as tight as it used to be. The G.I. Joe figures have a very similar problem, because they're held together with an O-ring that holds like the legs to the torso and all that stuff. The good news with G.I. Joe, though, is that's very easy to fix. You just have to go to a hardware store and buy like a rubber O-ring. They usually have them in like the plumbing section and stuff. And, you know, if you're careful enough and have enough patience, you can open up the G.I. Joe, replace it, and there you go. Good as new. These, however, are a very specific piece of rubber, and I don't know if you can buy it like anywhere. Like, oh, actually, look at that. He stands up. I got him to stand up. I don't know if you can really buy that in like a store or anything. I think you have to like get those online. I know a lot of people sell them on eBay. I don't know if they're like fan made or whatever, but and I think there's other solutions for this, like more long-term stuff, which is why I do like that, you know, they, instead of using the rubber, they actually, you know, give a nice joint to the legs, which helps out a lot. I think the later released G.I. Joe figures do the same thing. They go for joints over, you know, this. It is actually a miracle that I got him to stand up, and I probably can't get him to stand up anymore. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. Good work, Man-at-Arms. You're a spry old man, and we appreciate you for that. Thumbs up. Okay, so a little cleanup and some light readjustments later, and we're ready to continue. So, these figures are pretty cool, but we've got more to look at. Yeah, Battle Cat, He-Man's mount. Although he wasn't originally He-Man's mount, apparently. This was like in like really, really early concepts for Masters of the Universe. This was like just a regular mount that I guess the Eternians used or something like that. I don't know. The further back you go with He-Man, the weirder things tend to get. It's cool that they eventually established stuff. So yeah, they did a re-release of Battle Cat along with Panther for Skeletor. Spoilers, we're going to look at that in the next video, so tune in for that. So look on the back here. There's how you put the gear on. There's all the figures. There's Battle Cat, and there's Prince Adam with the Sky Sled, which I also have, but it's put away right now. And let me do a quick camera movement here, and we can see some of the really cool artwork that they have here. Very glossy too. Let me try that again without the reflection. Yeah, nice. Let's look at the other side. Really cool. Say what you will about Masters of the Universe. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But one thing you cannot deny is that the artwork is always awesome. So let's open this up, hopefully easily. Let me see here. There we go. Let's get this. Maybe I should have gotten my my razor blade instead of the scissors. There we go. Okay, we got there in the end. Let's pop this open. There we go. Let me turn it around. Out you go. Throw that to the side. And we shall free you from your rubber band prison. We'll pretend these are like magical binds that Skeletor made or something. There we go. Cut. Oh, this one's tough. Come here. Come here. There's one through his... Oh, yeah, it's right. It's like right through his mouth. There we go. These little rubber bands are annoying because they friggin' get everywhere. Oh, there's another one. And they're everywhere to have to cut open. Okay, he's free. We did it. We freed Battle Cat from the evil Skeletor. Oh my goodness, he's got some loose joints. Let me see if we can pose him so he can stand up. There we go. Okay, so let's. Oh, even the armor has the rubber bands on it. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, can we take this off now? There he is. There's oh, cool. Working jaw. That's good. And still, my God, these rubber bands are like a plague. Get off. Let go. Let go. It's like I'm playing with my dog. Any more? Any more of these things? No? Okay. Anyway, oh, he's got an articulated tail too. Got lots of movement. That's good. You can get him in all kinds of poses. That's nice. And you can take that off, but I'm not going to take that off right now. So we'll put that back on so he can be in full battle mode. There he is. Battle Cat. We shall put He-Man on top of him. Yes. Oh, gotta push him back so be in camera. Nice. That is really cool. Let the drawbridge open. It's from the first scene of, well, one of the first scenes of the first episode. So there we go. That's Battle Cat. That's He-Man. And that's the rest, I guess. Put him over here for now. Oh, it's got... these paws need to be flat. There we go. Okay. Yes, good. Good enough. Let's have him face the camera, because we want him to face the camera. Look at that. Stare into his eyes. Oh, I almost forgot. We got to look at original Battle Cat. There's original Battle Cat. No, not really much to say about this, unfortunately. There is no articulation whatsoever, but you can, remove the mask and everything. So there we go. Let's put original He-Man on Battle Cat. There we go. And the two of them can ride off. Wow, he is so much smaller than new Battle Cat. The multiverse is fun, isn't it? So let me rearrange these real quick so we can get a nice visual. Yes, there they are. They're gonna ride off together and fight all of the Skeletors of the multiverse. I still gotta read that Masters of the Multiverse comic. I do have it. I bought it for my birthday. Bought it for myself for my birthday, but haven't gotten around to reading it yet. Alright, well, that is the Masters of the Universe figures, and you know what? It's a shame that I just don't have any She-Ra figures to look at, because, I'm doing this to promote my review of the She-Ra cartoon, but it's just a shame I don't have... Oh, snap, it's She-Ra! Who saw that coming? And it looks like she comes with a different comic. That's good. So She-Ra was part of, I want to say wave 3 of the Origins figures. I'm not entirely sure, actually. But, yeah, eventually they released a She-Ra figure. It's a shame that we don't get a whole lot for original She-Ra and original, all the characters from her side of the franchise. But, yeah, it's a whole other story that we really can't get into right now. But it's cool. I got a She-Ra, and in celebration of the She-Ra review, let's open up She-Ra. Yeah, free yourself. And we can have a look at the comic here. Dimensional Doom. Ooh. Is She-Ra actually in this one? Or is this just... Well, there's Zodak. He was part of the... Oh yeah, there she is. There's She-Ra. Teaming up with He-Man, as well she should be. And there's Monsters and Merman, and yeah, there you go. I wonder if these are just one-shots, or if they all, connect somehow. I don't know. Maybe they connect through each wave. Unfortunately, I don't have all of the original figures. I think I missed out on... it was probably wave 2, the one that had Scareglow in it, which means I once again missed out on Scareglow, which really, really infuriates me. All right, but anyway, let's not lament on that right now. Let's look at She-Ra. Oh, look, the sword is the sword of Grayskull with the jewel in it. That's nice. I like that. Accurate toward the Filmation cartoon, not necessarily, or maybe even the comic too. Like most people, I did get a lot of my information from the Filmation cartoon, which I really shouldn't have. But the thing about the Filmation cartoons is that they kind of helped define the franchise a little bit, and they kind of made it what it is. I mean, it was very different when the original toy line came out. All right, come on, She-Ra. Come on. There we go. Oof. You gotta be from Eternia just to open these things. And there she is. There's She-Ra with her glimmering headpiece, which I think was a mistake, because apparently it was originally supposed to be like this, but people kept putting it upside down, so that's just how it became, or something like that. Rubbery hair. Oh gosh. That is some rubber hair. And lots of glittery things, and a nice red cape. Really cool. I kind of wish they would just drop this and just give her the horns, or the headdress that she had in the Filmation cartoon. Because that to me, it looks more practical, and I don't know. I just prefer that look over this anyway. Here's She-Ra with her shield and her sword. And yeah, basically the same articulation. A lot of glimmering, a lot of shine on this one too. I really like it. And there's She-Ra. Face is kind of generic though. I'm gonna be honest. But then again, they probably recycled parts for this, just like they did for every version of Masters of the Universe. But anyway, there she is. There's She-Ra. Let's put her next to He-Man there. And of course, here's original She-Ra. Yes, one of the selling points of original She-Ra was real hair you can brush. And yeah, again, it does not age very well. And I'm missing a lot of her accessories. I do have the sword. This was the original sword that the toy came with. Very different from, you know, connecting it to the power sword. And here's the shield, which is basically the same, just in a more muted color. She did have a jewel right here, which I guess they decided to just paint on for the original. Let me bring the new one out. Yeah, it's got a little bit of shine on it, but this one's like it's like a junk jewelry diamond or something. Again, no articulation. Well, not much articulation for the original. You got a little snapback in the torso, but I'm not going to mess with that because it's probably held together with a rubber band that I really don't want to mess with. I do like that, you know, we now have plastic hair, which works out so much better in the long run than She-Ra, who desperately needs to go to the salon and get her hair did. Ugh. You know what? I'm going to end this by saying, well, rather, I'm going to ask a question. Am I the only one that misses this? He-Man and She-Ra together. I'm going to rant about this in the review of the Filmation She-Ra's on the main channel, but I miss this. I want to see He-Man and She-Ra together again. It's not fair that She-Ra is kind of claimed by some other brand in Mattel or something. There's a whole like legal thing going on with She-Ra that prevents her from crossing over with Masters of the Universe, except I guess in toy form it's fine. Maybe that's some kind of loophole or something, but man, I want to see them team up again. Like do like another animated special or a big crossover comic or something. I think she still appears in the comics occasionally, maybe, but I want this because in the original cartoon there was nothing better than seeing He-Man and She-Ra team up and kick some ass, and I want to see that again. Damn it. Yeah, but it would be really cool to see that again. Anyway, that is the Heroic Warriors from the Origins toy line, or at least the first wave of them. Tune in soon when I open up the Evil Warriors. We're going to see Skeletor. Can't wait to open up and play with Skeletor. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos, and be sure to go to the main channel where I'm reviewing She-Ra, so check that out. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys later.